here. Today we are going to be talking about reinventing yourself after 50, and we're going to get into some more details of that here in just a little bit. But as you guys hop on, let me know where you're watching from. If you haven't met me before, my name is Norma and I'm in Southeast Texas. So where are you coming in from? Where are you watching from? I'd love to know. And we're going to talk today about, why it is that I'm even here talking about this. What exactly does that mean to reinvent yourself? It's not uncommon, I'm finding out, that people get to a certain point in their life and they decide they want to do something different, or they decide they're forced into the situation of having to do something different. And then there's people out there that they're fine where they are. So, if you're out there and you're thinking this isn't for me, that's okay. It's not for everybody, right? If you're happy in your situation, what you're doing, then, I'm just not someone that you're going to want to listen to. So, hi, Sagar. How are you doing today? Hello, hello. How's it going there in India? It's hot here again today. But we actually just had a lot of rain earlier, so now it's like super humid and sticky. But, the rain's always nice to have. I'm doing awesome. Thank you for asking. So we're talking again about reinventing ourselves after 50, and exactly what does that mean? So myself, if you haven't met me, I'm Norma, and I was in dentistry for 35 years. I had been at my job for 22 years, and my boss came to me one day and told me he was going to cut my pay. I was the manager, so I knew he was looking for ways to cut expenses. I knew he was looking for whether it was going to be salaries he was going to cut, expenses he was going to cut. He was going to somehow cut back. That's just kind of where we are here in the United States. Things are expensive. They're trying to find ways to survive, basically. Corporations are even, you see it every day. Corporations are shutting down. They're laying off people. Small businesses have a lot of problems of their own. So, I get it. I totally get it. I just didn't think that it was going to be me that it happened to. Blistering heat as usual. Wow. Yeah, it's super hot here. I don't even know what it is now, but this morning it was like 7:30 and it was 86 degrees already. So I don't know how hot it is out there right now. Hey, Maddie, welcome. Maddie Patty, I love that. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Can you give me a shout, please? Is it Bryant? Betty? Is it Bryant? Betty? Anyway, shout out to you, Betty. No problem. I'm here to serve you guys, whatever you guys want to talk about. A swinger. Yeah, I don't even know what that means. Yes, you're welcome. I love it. Thanks for being here. So the reason we're talking about reinventing yourself after 50 is because I'm starting to realize that this is a thing. Like, this is something that people are choosing to do because they aren't happy in the situation that they're in. Maybe you're in a profession or a job that you're just not happy with. You want your time back because you're tired of spending 10 to 12 hours a day at the job. Is that you? Where you just have no time for yourself at all? Or maybe you got let go and lost your job completely. Or if you were like me and was told after over 20 years, like, I'm taking a third of your paycheck and you're just going to have to be satisfied with that. I said no, because it's just, I was just at that point. I was very fortunate that I was in a situation where I could walk away. A lot of people can't. You're stuck there. You're stuck there in a job that you're not happy with and you're making less money. So that's when I became determined that I'm going to actually prove that you can reinvent yourself. We are 100% worthwhile. We have so much to offer other people. It's not the same world now as it was 30 years ago, 35, 40 years ago when we started working. It's different. It's a different world. Lots of painting behind you. Yes, lots of pictures. Yes, complacency is not good. It just, but you know what? I understand it. I get it because you work so hard for so long and it's not appreciated, because that's what it feels like. It may not have been done in that manner. Like, when my boss said he's cutting my pay, I don't really feel like he was doing it in a way of like, I don't appreciate you and I'm gonna do this to you. Like, it wasn't a personal attack. It felt like it at the time, but I mean, I had worked for him a long time. I knew him very well, and we're the same age, and our kids had grown up together. I live in a small community, so I realize now it wasn't done that way. It was a business decision, plain and simple. He was just looking for ways to cut. My salary was the easiest to cut and to have the most, be the most effective. Let's put it that way. So, I mean, I get it. It's easy to be like, oh, I'm not appreciated, so I'm just going to do nothing because I'm not worthwhile anymore. But the fact of the matter is, guys, that we have a lot of experience, right? We've been out there doing all kinds of things for a very long time, raising families. We've had businesses. We've worked for other people, helping them get their business up and going. After graduation, I did not work anywhere for same reason you mentioned. Really? Wow. Yeah, it happens. You do. You get complacent and you just kind of don't know what to do. Sometimes you just feel stuck. You invented some skills. Awesome. And you know what? That's the whole thing with this, is that it's about learning skills. It's not about, I don't know anything and I can't do anything else, because at first that's how I felt when I left dentistry, because that's all I knew. That's all I'd ever done. And after I left, I'm like, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to put in that much time and just keep doing the same thing that I was doing for 35 years and make less money. Basically, I was going to have to start all over in another place making less money, because no one's going to pay me at 57 years old. At the time when I left my job, I was 57, and I knew I was not going to get the same pay that I was at. And it's like, I didn't want to do it anymore. So I knew there had to be something else. And that's when I searched, and I searched online. My husband and I are raising our grandson. We actually adopted him. And so he has been my main motivator this whole time, because I want to make sure he's provided for. And as he grows up, he just turned 3. So as he grows up, I want to make sure that he is able to be involved in all the things he wants to be involved in, and not have me. I don't ever want to say to him, like, I'm sorry, you can't play baseball because we live on a fixed income and we can't afford it. Or, it's too much traveling and we can't, I have to work a job and I can't take off to take you to your baseball tournament, or whatever he's going to be involved in. I don't know what it's going to be. Who knows? But I think about that because I've already lived that with my kids, and I know what's involved in raising children. And so this time around, I want to do it differently. I want to be present. I want to actually be present in his life. Your hubby and you are in venture capitals or some startup. I don't know what a venture capitalist is, so we're not involved in that. I don't know what that is. But no, what I'm doing now is my patches, I think we talked about that last week. My LifeWave patches, that's what I'm doing now. But I'm also helping other people get started in whatever area it is that they want, whether it's to start a business or maybe it's to, like, I have friends, like, I'm learning so much because I'm having contacts with all these people who are into all these different things. Like, I have a friend who she had twins at like 47 years old when she gave birth to twins. That was her first kids. She'd never given birth before. She had a very difficult pregnancy, and it was stressful on her and on the babies. Everyone's good now, but she's starting a community for people who are starting families later in life and maybe have been through some of the same things that she has. Then I have another friend who is a voiceover artist, which is kind of cool because you don't even think about that kind of thing, right? And then I have another friend who is a over 50 fitness and mindset coach. So it's like I'm just getting involved with all these people who are going in all these different directions. And there's so many opportunities out there, guys. There's so many. And yeah, you have to learn. I mean, you get out there and you learn, but you don't have to have an education. You don't have to like go invest in classes. I mean, you can if you want. There's plenty of stuff out there that you can purchase and get involved in if you want to, but you don't have to. You just have to kind of plug in, follow people online, and learn how to do it. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to show you how to do it also. So Maddie Patty, having access to other jobs and other people is very, very valuable. It is. And I've always been the kind of person who's always been like, kind of, I can do it myself. Like, I've just always been that way. Don't worry, I got this. I don't need any help. The kids, even like being a mom, the kids would, be in my way, and I'm like, get out of my way. Let me do the dishes because I can do it faster. And I realize now, like, that was a mistake because you want to, number one, you want to help form them, your children. But also, if people are offering to help you, we should be accepting it. And that's your community, right? That's kind of your, it's almost like the more that you let people in to help you, the more you receive and the more you learn from other people. So yeah, I love that. Yes, I'm the same way, but I don't know why. It's not like I didn't plan it. I didn't know I was that way. It just kind of, that's just how I've been. And then I got into this online space, and even in my job, I was that way, nope, I got it. Norma, do you need any help with that? Nope, I'm getting it. And it's like, we need to ask for help every now and then. We need to be able to like share with people and learn from people. So yeah, I'm still learning too. You need to receive help so you can help others effectively. Absolutely. Is it Yifu donated $50? Awesome. Whenever you donate, you're going to get that back 10 times. Anytime you help other people, I don't know what you're meaning by that. I have no clue. But anytime that you help other people, whatever it is, you get that back in return. Tenfold, it comes back at you. It's just, that's the nature of the way that it is in this life. If you put out negativity and you put out the nastiness and ugliness, guess what you're going to get back? Yeah, you're going to get back the nastiness and ugliness. If you're out there helping people, being positive, being, have that receiving energy, then you're going to receive it. And it's so weird because this has been happening to me lately. Oh, I just got $50? Oh, cool. Awesome. Wasn't even expecting that. See, that's that receiving energy I was just talking about. So I love that. I didn't even know you could do that on YouTube. So maybe I'll have to check that out. Is it Yifu? I'm going to have to check that out because I need to pay that forward, right? I love it. It's called karma. Yes, Sagar, it's karma. Absolutely. So yeah, recently I'm getting ready for an event. I have an event at the end of the month, and I was like, I've been trying to kind of plan it and get it. It's my LifeWave, my patches, my LifeWave event. I've been getting ready for it, and I'm trying to kind of get it organized. But I wasn't exactly sure how it was going to go because it's going to be a little bit different this time. We're expecting a little larger audience, and I was just scrolling through videos and I came across one that is like perfect for my event that's coming up. And so I called my business partner and I'm like, hey, you're not gonna believe this. Like, I just found this video and it is like amazing. Like, it was like exactly related to what I was wanting to say and what we were wanting to talk about. And so I was super excited because it's like, had no idea that that's what I was looking for, but then bam, there it was. So I'm just saying, if you open up to that receiving energy, kind of like what we were just talking about, don't shut yourself off like Maddie, Patty, and I were just saying, then you'll get more. You're gonna get more. So it's awesome. Do I own a church? No, I do not. I don't own a church. But I mean, I go to church, but I don't own a church. That's an interesting question, though. Interesting. Thank you for the love, people. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, one of the things that I see in people that are my age that are, stuck, they feel stuck because you're not actually stuck, right? That's just a feeling. It's an emotion. You can change it. And because you're not physically stuck, unless your feet are like cemented in the ground, you are not stuck. But a lot of people do. They feel stuck in jobs that they just aren't happy with. Okay, now I think you're back. Okay. Yeah, my phone was ringing, and I'm on my phone because I can't get my camera to work correctly on my laptop, so I'm on my phone. But I think y'all can hear me now. Sagar, put yes if you can hear me now. Can you hear me? Okay, perfect. Awesome. So, but what I see is that people, they just feel stuck. They're stuck in a job that doesn't make them happy. They're stuck not getting enough hours or getting too many hours. They're just stuck, or they've lost their jobs and they don't know what they're going to do. So the one thing I have to say to people that are, especially people over 50, but anybody, is that you have so much to offer. We may not have tons of, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like degrees. We may not have tons of like knowledge as far as like school education. And you may, but you don't need it. We have life experience. We have been through a lot of life. We've raised kids. We've been in and out of marriages. We've been, had kids that were great honor students, and we've had kids that have put us through the crap, right? Some of us are raising another generation of children. A lot of us are raising our grandchildren, or raising nieces or nephews or cousins, taking care of our parents that are now elderly and having issues. So we have been through a lot of life, and you know what? Those experiences, that's what people are looking for. And why are they looking for it? Because they want relatability. They want to know they're not alone. So that's what I mean by you have so much to offer, because this world is different now. It's a different world. They stuck after the age of 52, no lethargy, yes, work culture, so they just want to stay calm after that age and want to spend time alone with their soulmate partner. Well, yes, and I get that. But you still got to eat. You still got to pay your bills. How long? I mean, 50 is basically half your life. You still got another half a lifetime to go. People are living longer. We're living longer than my grandparents. My grandparents, they were gone young, right? We are taking better care of ourselves. We are living longer lives. And if you retire at 50, and unless you are like self-made millionaire or whatever, or you invested very wisely, which some people do that too, there's still that possibility you're going to outlive your money. So that's what I'm talking about here. Like my husband, he recently retired. He retired at the end of the year, but then he decided he wanted to go back to work a couple of days a week. That's what he just did recently. But I mean, he has a great retirement. And technically, we don't have to have another income coming in. But I don't want to depend on that. I don't want to be like, well, here's the number that you get every month. That's living on a fixed income. It doesn't matter if that number is big or small. It's still living on a fixed income. It's still money that you're very possibly going to outlive, because as we get older, you know that things do not get cheaper. Groceries don't get cheaper. Rent and our mortgages do not get cheaper. Healthcare does not get cheaper. Nothing gets cheaper. But guess what? That is not going to give us a raise. That money is your money. That's what you got. You don't get a raise, right? They're not going to be like, oh, you're living 20 extra more years? Well, let's give you more. That is not how it works. Hey there, is it Don? I don't know how to say that name. Say who? Hello? Right, exactly, but our government launching some social security scheme in where they get a fixed pension after a certain time. Also, India's developing country, so little different from their country, their culture. Yeah, and it is different in every country, Sagar, absolutely. And honestly, I don't know what it's like in India. I mean, y'all may have a great retirement. I have no idea. I have no idea what y'all have over there. But all I know is that here, it is, there are people who that's what they want to do. They want to retire and they want to just sit and hang out and chill and, you know, not go anywhere, do anything. And I get that. But you still have bills. And for the most part, people want to retire and travel. They want to go see the world because they've been working their whole life. They want to go see what they have missed out on all those years of working. They want to go see their grandkids and spend time with the grandkids. Wherever they live, because the grandkids live all over the place now, right? They want to take their kids on the kids and grandkids on the vacations with them. Like when I was growing up, you know, it was like you may take a vacation once a year with your parents. But it wasn't like now where everybody goes together. And for the most part, grandma and grandpa are the ones paying for that, right? It's not the parents that are bringing their parents along and paying for it. It's the grandparents. The grandparents are the ones paying for all that. And I think that's awesome. Yeah, voluntary. Oh, it's voluntary retirement. Interesting. You volunteer to retire. So I bet most people just continue to work then. So basically you work till you die. That's kind of sad. I mean, it depends what you consider working. Like what I'm doing right now is working. That's not hard. Like I was a dental hygienist for 33 years. That's hard. You know, it's physically hard. You're dealing with people. That's hard. They never want to be there. You know, they're always grouchy. Like nobody wants to go to the dentist. Nobody. And believe me, I heard that several times every single day. And that's hard. You know, building a house is hard. Being a plumber is hard. Building roads is hard. Being a police officer is hard. Being, you know, a doctor is hard. These are hard things. Me going live talking to you guys and saying, hey, I can help you with, you know, reinventing your life. This isn't hard. So I guess that's what I mean is, yes, you know, I still do work, but it's not the same. It's just not the same. There's just so many options out there, and there's so many ways that you can help other people just by sharing your story, just by sharing and saying, hey, you know, here's where I am, and, you know, if you want to do this also, I can show you how to do it. So I don't know. I just think, why not? You know, what else am I going to be doing? My husband just went back to work. So we're not doing a lot of traveling right now. There's a study, Preston curve in economics, which described that people's developed countries live long due to myriad of resources, and these are scanty in developing countries. Interesting. So they live longer? Is that what you're saying? Have you ever been to Bali? No, I've never been to Bali. I have never been there. So, my whole point to this conversation today is that when you are reinventing yourself after 50, it doesn't mean you're starting from scratch. It just means that you're making a shift. You're shifting into things that you know. Like, for instance, when I was a dental hygienist, I was always talking to people about what my kids were going through, because at the time when my kids were teenagers, they were going through all kinds of stuff, and I would just kind of share with certain people who may, it's not me saying it to them, they would say something about their kid and I'd be like, oh yeah, mine too, mine's doing that. And then they'd be texting me or calling me after work saying, Norma, I don't know what to do about this, I don't know what to do about that. So I always knew like I was meant to help people. It's just that's kind of how it was working out. And, you know, people that I would meet through the dental office. And then when I left the dental office, I didn't have that anymore. And so it's kind of like, now what? Now I know I'm supposed to help people, but how? You know, how? I don't have people anymore. I'm at home. What do I do? And that's when I discovered community. Like, that's how I can actually help people, because I can develop a community. And so that's my goal, is to get my community going, which is why I'm here, just kind of gathering you guys. So make sure you go follow me, go subscribe to my channel, and watch a couple of my videos. And, you know, reach out and I've got my links on there. Just make an appointment and we can talk about how to get you to whatever it is that you're looking for. Maybe, you know, you're someone who just wants to do something different because you are stuck in a job you're not happy with. Maybe you're like me and you left a job because they were going to cut your pay. Or maybe you got let go altogether, because there's a lot of companies that are laying off lots of people, and companies that are just going under, and you're stuck. You don't know what to do, and you don't know about this online space. Like, when I started in this online space, I knew nothing, and it's been almost 2 years now that I've been here, and I have learned a lot. Now, I have also put a lot of time into it also, in learning, because I was determined to. Again, I want to support my grandchild. You know, we're raising him. So it's absolutely doable. You don't have to have any knowledge. You don't have to have special skills of any kind. You don't have to look a certain way. You don't have to be young. You don't have to be old. It doesn't matter. Just tell your story. That's the most important thing, is to be yourself, be real, share your story. Have people reluctant to be alive after they get the age of 60 means life expectancy? Oh, it's less there. So, they are reluctant to be alive. So what do y'all have? I mean, that kind of sounds kind of scary. Yeah, I like to travel, but you know, right now my husband just went back to work. So because he's only working 2 days a week, but in fact, we're leaving on Friday. So we'll be gone for the weekend. It's Father's Day weekend. So we'll be gone for this weekend. But yeah, I like to travel. I'm not a big, huge world traveler. I like to go certain places, but not all places like Americans. And I'm obviously American. So you know, you got to be careful. You have to be careful traveling these days. But no, I mean, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help people know that it's not too late, that you are valuable. You have much knowledge and compassion, stories to share, life experiences to share, and just go do it. Start a channel, start a YouTube channel, and just start talking to people, doing just what I'm doing here. Go live, get out of your comfort zone. Don't be afraid to do it, and just talk to people. Go live and share. Next time, I think I may share more about raising a grandchild, because I feel like that is something that a lot of people can relate to, and maybe share a little bit more about how I got into that situation. That sounds so terrible, how I got into the situation. How I came about raising my grandson. But yeah, I think that's probably what we'll talk about next time. And I'm Sagar, you know, we talked about picking another day of the week, and I'm thinking maybe I might start doing a Sunday every now and then, but I can't do it this Sunday because we're going to be traveling. But yeah, I think I'm gonna maybe try Saturday or try Sundays, maybe Sunday mornings or something like that. So just kind of throwing that out there. Okay, so your experience being over 50 is your superpower. That is what is giving you all the wisdom and everything that you can share with other people. It's scary because after reaching the age of 60, they suffered from many prolonged illnesses like diabetes, blood pressure. I gotcha. So, yeah, that's what I love about my patches. These patches, guys. These patches. This is what's going to help you live better. You've seen my videos. I know you have. If you haven't, go check them out. This is what's going to, all those things that you just mentioned there, I can't mention all those diseases because I can't. We're not allowed to like make claims that it can cure a disease. Okay? So what we say is it will help heal your organs, help heal your systems, whatever your system is. Inflammation, whether it's a respiratory issue, a heart issue, a brain issue, skin issue, because your skin is the largest organ that you have, right? So that's what these patches do. And I'm showing you this because you mentioned all that. Is it upside down? Yes. So that's what these patches will do. Reduce inflammation, decreases your aches and pains, gives you better mental clarity, gives you more get up and go. I can't use the E word. That's why I say get up and go. It helps you to have more mental clarity, reduces fine lines and wrinkles. It's going to help you with everything. And yes, I know it sounds too good to be true, but it is. It works. So, and this is the, well, you know, you see it. That's what this one is. I don't know how to flip this, how to mirror, unmirror on this one. But this one does it all. This is the flagship patch. This does it all. But we have lots of different kinds that do specific things, like the ones that, this is the stem cell regeneration one. This is the one that helps to regenerate your stem cells that lay dormant in your body, because that's what happens as we age, happens to all of us. They just start getting slower, like everything else, they get slower and slower. But the stem cells is what helps to like heal. It helps, it goes after the problem. So once these stem cells are activated, it goes after the problem and it heals you naturally. No chemicals, no stimulants, it's natural. So when I see that, what that comment is, that's when I want to go to, that's why I went to my patch talk, because people should not be dying and suffering from these kinds of issues, right? It should not be happening in 2025. And it should not be that you just have to have another RX written, you know, going in, seeing the person, and they write you another RX to take. Because what happens is down the road, you got all those side effects of those RXs. And down the road, those side effects add up on each other. And that's what happened with my mom. I just saw her pass. And before she passed away, she was suffering dramatically from shaking. She never shook her whole life. She never had that. What is it? It was side effects of her RXs that she had to be on. The doctor said, I can't take her off of that because she has to have it for, you know, other things that she had going on. Don't let yourself get like that. But that's, as a society, that's where we are right now. We put all of our cards and all of our faith into that healthcare system. and I'm talking here in the US, I can't speak for anywhere else, right? I have no idea. It's probably different in Europe. I feel like there's so many things that are much different in Europe, right? But here, we put way too much in the government organizations that I'm not going to name out here on a live. They don't care. It's all about the bottom line, right? It's all about the bottom line. They want us to be dependent on those RXs. They want to put crap in our food. They want to put crap in our water. They want it in the soil. It's in our environment. That's where these come in. They help protect us. So, I mean, this is global. This you can get globally. All you have to do is it's in there's a link in my bio here on YouTube. And then put your email in. It's www.livebetterwithlight.com. And just put your email in. You'll get into my email list and you'll see all about it. I have emails going out. What's today? Wednesday. It'll go out on Friday. Every Tuesday and Friday, I have an email that goes out with information, either videos, pictures. Sometimes it's videos of me. Sometimes it's video testimonials. But twice a week, I have emails that go out, and it'll tell you more about it. And you'll get all the links to however you want to look. And yeah, I mean, it's global. It's everywhere. I don't know about India specifically, but I don't know why it wouldn't be there. It's in a lot of countries that are smaller than India. She was 86 when she passed. She just passed away April 2nd. From where the idea of this technology? Oh, it's interesting that you asked that because that's the video that I just watched yesterday. So the technology began with the inventor, David Schmidt. And he, from the time he was a little boy, wanted to be an inventor, a scientist, because his grandfather was. His grandfather inspired him. And so he's got like over 200 patents. He has a ton of patents. The man is super intelligent. He's not a doctor, he's a scientist. And back in 2000, he was asked by the Navy SEALs, the United States military, to create some kind of technology for the Navy SEALs because it was a specific submarine mission that these Navy SEALs were going on, and they wanted them sharp with no like medications. What's the word I'm looking for? You know, the medications that kind of make you stay awake. I don't know if I can say that on here or not, but basically stimulants. And that's what they were giving them, like caffeine tablets, and they were giving them this other medication to keep them awake. And they were looking for something all natural to help give them the edge, right? And so he came up with the first patch, which were the energy enhancers. And so he created these energy enhancers for the Navy SEALs. They were working well, but then, of course, we all know in 2001, or at least in the United States, we know what happened in 2001, and 9/11 happened. So when 9/11 happened, that mission was aborted because everybody was like brought home to protect home base, basically. And so David Schmidt was left in a situation of like, what do I do now? I have this great technology. What do I do with it? And so he started getting approached by people. And he was approached by the Olympic swimmers, the Olympic swimmers somewhere in the United States, I want to say Arizona or somewhere like that, that were asked to use this technology for the swimmers because you can. It gives you the edge, right? Of course, it's not being discussed. It's not being talked about because all of these things are hush-hush. You know, we don't want, or they didn't want other swimmers to have the same technology that their swimmers had. So he was just doing it for them. And then he ended up in horse racing, I think in Oklahoma or somewhere like that. And because these patches were created here in the United States too. They were created in the United States. And so then he went to Oklahoma to he got into the horse racing industry. And again, giving the horses an edge for the races. And it's all natural. So it's not breaking any laws or any rules or any of that kind of stuff. But they're not sharing it with anybody. So nobody knew about it. But then it starts taking off in Europe and in Asia because they're all sharing it. They're all talking. So it didn't really blast off here in the States. It took off in Europe and in Asia. That's where it took off. And then in 2018 is when he invented the X39. And when he developed this, that's when it started taking off in the United States and people started talking about it. So that's why it's still relatively new here in the United States, but it's been around for 20 years. So it's kind of interesting. Yeah, methamphetamines. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say that word or not, but thank you, chill guy. Yeah, that's exactly what they were giving the Navy SEALs to keep them awake. And then the caffeine tablets, but, yeah, they didn't want to, I don't know what they do now, but this was back in 2000. And the military was wanting something natural. So that's why he came up with the patch technology. It wasn't this one, the X39, it was the energy enhancers. And oh my God, the energy enhancers are amazing because I don't use them daily, but I put them on because this does enough for me. Like right now, I'm talking like I've had 4 cups of coffee and all that kind of stuff, and I don't drink caffeine. I don't do that. So I'm telling you, they do give you the get up and go, right? It gives you the get up and go. And I took those I didn't take them. I put the energy enhancers on one day and I was like, blah, 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 blah. I was like, good Lord, what is wrong with me? And then I remembered I had put those on that day. Now, if you're somebody who like works out a lot, if you're somebody who's out there like really, you're trying to improve your time, you're trying to improve your lifting, you're trying to improve whatever, that's what I would recommend. It started from the swimmer and now it's widely used. Yep, it started with the Navy SEALs and then it went to the swimmers, then it went to the horse racing, and now it's all over. That was in the United States. Now, it took off big time in Europe and Asia from the beginning. I mean, from the beginning, it boomed in Europe and in Asia. So they, but they have a lot, they don't have the FDA they have to deal with. Over there, I think things are more accepted because again, it's all regulated here. It's our government regulating everything, right? So if they can't get their hands in it, so anyway, I have to be careful what I talk about because I don't really know here on YouTube what they allow and don't allow, but I know I have seen videos get taken down. I have a friend who she's a holistic, I don't know if doctor is the right title, but I know she has a lot of holistic backgrounds, certificates and stuff. And she does she works out a lot. Like she kind of does I don't know if it's technically bodybuilding, but she kind of looks like that's what she does. But she's not too far away from me. I say she's a friend. I don't know her real well, but I know her some. And she did an interview on a podcast by Stu somebody. I can't remember his last name, but he's pretty well known. And he interviewed her for the patches. And they're just talking, right? She's just talking like I'm talking. And she's saying it does this, it does that. This is what you want, da-da-da-da-da. And next thing I knew, it was taken down. So I'm just telling you, they regulate. They regulate. And it's all based on FDA and stuff like that. And like people like YouTube or TikTok or whoever, they just don't want to get, they don't want to get in trouble. So they have to follow whatever their guidelines are. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're ahead, but they got their hands in it. because it's like they don't want to give approval to certain things, but yet they give approval to other things, and the other things are not good. They should never give approval to. It's, like, why do they put crap in food that's not even a food, but yet that passes the FDA? Like, I don't understand it. I don't get it myself. So, but anyway, okay. So that's my little spiel on my patches. I wasn't even going to go into that today, but I had to because it's just where the conversation led. So why do you want to reinvent yourself? Because when you get to the point in your life where you're ready to retire, or maybe you're already before that and you're in a position where you just need to find something else, you really do, you really just need to, then you just got to get out of your comfort zone. Put your big girl, big boy pants on and do something that's different. Do it messy. You don't have to be great. You don't have to be perfect. There's no such thing anyway. So just get out there and do it messy and start your channel. Start getting people to follow you. Get out there and just talk and share, just what I'm doing right here. It doesn't have to be specific. It doesn't have to be any certain thing. Whatever your experiences are, whatever it is that you know, whatever it is that you know, because you know what? There's other people out there who is interested in the same things that you are. Nikki, my channel is about reinventing yourself after 50. People who want to reinvent themselves. That's what my channel is about. Now, I also do have a lot of my patch videos out there on my channel also. But that kind of comes with it. It's reinventing yourself after 50. Staying healthy, trying to live better, live your dream life. That's what my channel is about. But yeah, I tell people all the time, like, because they see my videos and they're like, what are you doing now? Like, you're not at the dental office anymore? And I'm like, no, I'm out there searching for that passive income just like everybody else. And the reason I say it that way, searching for it, hello there, stranger. Is it strangers? Hi there. You started a YouTube channel. I love that. Good for you, Sagar. Awesome. I'll go check it out. I love that. Hey, it's never too late. It's never too soon to reinvent yourself, Nikki. I love that you're doing that. Go do it. Do what makes you happy. That's the whole point, is do what makes you happy. Do what makes you happy and get your time back. Stop working for someone else. And that's what I love. I get up in the morning and I'm like, yes, like I get to do this and do this for me, do this for my family, because I spent a lot of time in a job listening to my boss say, like, Norma, I want more practices. I want to bring in more dentists. I want to do this and I want to do that. And we're going to go here and contact this person and let's make a plan. Let's schedule these meetings. And I'm making my notes, like, okay. And then, bam, I'm cutting your pay. And I was just like, God, I spent so much time, energy. I put so much of myself into his business, getting him closer to his dreams. Where were my dreams? Shoved over in the corner, shoved over there. So go, Nikki, run after him and do it. Whatever it is you want, you can. Whatever it is. And start now. Hello there. Is it God? Well, hello, God. Welcome to my channel. It's never too early and it's never too late. Absolutely, Sagar. I love that. But yeah, go chase it, because why not? And honestly, I wish that I had known about these opportunities when I was 36 years old, because I definitely would have been jumping in sooner, but I just didn't know. You don't know what you don't know. I'll never forget the first time when I left my job. It was in November of 23. November of 23 when I left my job. And I will admit that I had my pity party. I had my pity party there for a good week of just feeling sorry for myself and, like, what am I going to do now? And I'm so bored and I'm not worth anything. I did that. I did all that, right? And it's okay if you go through that, but just get out of it. Don't stay in it. Just don't let yourself stay in it. But one morning I had taken my grandson to daycare and I went to Lowe's, and it was like, I don't know, between 7 and 7:30 in the morning. Nobody's there. And, they open at 7. Nobody was there. And so I walk in and I was like, man, this is great. Like, and it was, in November, so mid-November by this point, and I was looking at like Christmas stuff and there's nobody in there. I'm like in a good mood. I'm happy because the only time I ever would go to the store is either on a Saturday or Sunday, weekend when it's packed, or it was after work when it's packed, or it was at my lunch hour when I'm in a hurry and I don't have time because I'm trying to hurry and try to get my lunch in to get back to work. And I was just like, going around the store, talking to the people that work there, laughing. Like, I was having a good time. And I remember walking out of the store thinking, and my whole day's ahead of me, and I was thinking, I had no idea that this was going on out in the world. I had no idea because I was in a job from 7 in the morning until 6 in the evening every day. I had no clue that this was going on out in the world. Quiet in the stores, people actually enjoying shopping because they're not rushed, because they don't have to worry about getting back to their job or getting home to cook dinner, do the laundry, all that kind of stuff. I just was like, wow, this is awesome. So there's a whole world out there, y'all. It's a whole world going on when you're at your job. When you work for yourself, you get to work your hours around whatever it is you want to do. And I just allow my time. Like this weekend, I was telling Sagar we're going out of town for Father's Day. And I have my whole week, my work schedule is planned. Like this is planned, going live. I go live on Wednesdays at 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. And tomorrow, I'm going to work half a day until noon, and then I'm taking off the rest of the day. And I'm taking off the rest of the day to get stuff done for me. And then Friday we leave town. And we're gone for the weekend. And I already have my system set up. So like my emails and stuff are going to be going out automatically. I don't have to do that. I didn't know how to do any of that. I didn't even know that was a thing when I started all this. It's been a year and a half, almost 2 years in November. And I didn't know how to do any of this. You learn. You just get out of your comfort zone and you go learn something new and you just go do it. And it's fun. I enjoy it. I like getting on here and meeting new people. If more women start watching you, they would certainly be, oh, you're very nice. Thank you. Thank you. You're very sweet. So yes, God came to greet us. That was funny, wasn't it? I love it. I don't know if God's still here, but he is. Oh my goodness. So that's what I'm here for, y'all. I'm here to just inspire you to reinvent yourself. Reinvent yourself if you want to. I mean, obviously, if you're in a position where, you're happy, then great. That's how it should be. That's how you should be. You should be happy. You should enjoy what you're doing. You should be able to take time for yourself. You should be able to, go outside and just enjoy the fresh air instead of just being inside 10 to 12 hours a day. So, hello there. Is it Red K? Hello, hello. You have all the weekend plans. Yes. I have all my I have my whole schedule planned. But that's how I do. That's how I do it. I mean, but it was also a process because when I left my job, I was like, now what do I do? Because I was so used to going to a job and knowing exactly what I was supposed to do during the day because they told me, my boss told me what to do, right? I knew what I was supposed to do. But then when I left and I started working from home, I would come into my office and be like, what am I supposed to do? I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to do. What am I doing? And I'd get distracted by things really easily. So that's probably one of the most difficult things to learn when you start working from home, whatever it is that you do. If you work from home, you've got to have a schedule because otherwise you will get distracted by, oh, I need to do the laundry. Oh, I need to, now the cat threw up on the floor or whatever, like there's always something, or the kid gets sick. That is something that does happen to me. My grandson, he'll get sick, or honestly, since the patches, he doesn't get sick really very often, but every now and then he will. Or something happens, and we have a storm come through because I live on the Gulf Coast. A storm comes through, and suddenly we have no power, or the schools are closed. If the schools are closed, the daycares are closed. So there's always something that's going to happen. You just can't let it get you off track. You just have to know that things like that are going to come up. Be prepared for it. So that's why I have my days planned and I know exactly what I'm going to get done each day so that I know on the weekends I can pretty much be free and do whatever I want on the weekends. So I love that. Somewhere that empty mind is territory of the devil. Oh, yes, absolutely. Yes, because, he's looking for a way to get in, right? So keep that mind busy and keep that mind positive because Satan loves negativity. Satan loves negativity. And if you are putting that negativity out there, here he comes. He's going to give you more of it. And your brain's going to be like, see, there it is, see? And so, yeah, stay positive. Always stay positive. All right, guys, any questions? Do you guys want to, what do y'all want to talk about? Next time when I'm here next week, because I don't think I'm going to be able to do it Sunday, but I know I'm going to be live here next week on Wednesday at 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Do y'all want to go into the whole grandchild thing? Because I kind of want to stick to whatever it is you guys want to talk about. I'm still kind of trying to figure that out. Like, what do you want? What else do you want me to talk about? I'm always going to talk about reinventing yourself because that's me. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to show you how to do it. I can go into that direction. I can go into, whatever it is y'all want to talk about. If not, I'll just kind of make a plan and we'll just go with it. Nothing? No advice for me? You can always put it in my video or something. Go to a video and just say, hey, I want to talk about this. Contact me. My contact information's on there. Let's talk. We can talk about how to get you living a better life. How what is it you want to do? Give you some ideas. There's no charge for it. We just talk. It's a conversation. Some books on resources that inspire you a lot. Okay, I can do that. That sounds pretty good, actually. I like that. Books and resources. That's a good idea. All right, so thank you guys for hanging out with me again. Sagar, I appreciate you so much. I just feel like I know you and I haven't even met you. But yes, I will get some books and some different resources and we'll talk about that next time. I love that. It's a good idea. Thanks for letting me hang out with you guys and I will talk to you soon. If I don't get to talk to you guys before the weekend, enjoy your weekend. Happy Father's Day to all you dads out there. And I will see you next time.